Hey everybody, this is John Hanlon here taking a look at the Galaxy S5 versus the Nexus 6. And you can see here both phones have great screens, bright screens on them. And this is going to be a pretty broad overview of both phones. I won't get into too technical specifications and all that. You can look that up on your own if you're interested in that type of thing. This will just be more of a broad overview. This one on the left is my primary phone right now, so it's a little beat up, and you can see my personal info is in there, and this one is not. Let's just compare the bodies real quick. So obviously the Nexus 6 is just massive. You can see that the screen sizes are just obviously a huge difference there. When you put the S5 down, I mean the Nexus 6 can just entirely cover it up. It's just huge in your hand. It's really big. On the back, you got the Motorola dimple on there and Nexus embossed with a really nice back on it. And the Galaxy S5 has a nice back too. I like it with that the heart rate monitor there that you don't really use, and it is actually enabled. You can do it with any phone with an app. So it's kind of a gimmick on there. The S5 is waterproof, but unfortunately my cover broke off down here pretty quickly. It did not take long before it broke. The plastic piece just broke right in half. And it just from normal use, there was nothing unusual I was doing. So I would say that it's a good chance that before too long the same thing will happen to you, unless you're really, really careful with it. But again, I was just normal use and it broke right off there. So the waterproofing is cool if it stays. The Nexus 5 is not waterproof. So you can see the differences there. Let's take another look at both the backs at the same time. The size is up there again. This has the flash around the lens, which is kind of cool. One thing I like about the S5 is that it has a removable battery. You can take the battery out. The Nexus 6 does not have a removable battery. I also really like on the Nexus or on the S5 fingerprint reader here at the bottom, which I use all the time. Before I got this phone, I never used. Well, I didn't have a phone with a fingerprint reader, so I didn't use it. But once I've gotten used to it, it's just amazing. I love the fingerprint reader on the S5. And I would really miss that if I had the Nexus 6. But on the Nexus 6, it's got some awesome stuff too. For these front-facing speakers are really, really nice. I hate back-facing speakers on phones, and the S5 has the speaker here on the back. But you're going to get really good sound from those front-facing speakers on the Nexus 6. That's something that's really cool. Another thing I didn't like about the Nexus 6, and this is a very small little thing, but it has when you plug it into charge, it does not have a charging indicator. Nothing lights up unless there's some setting I missed, but by default there's nothing that lights up and tells you that the phone is indeed charging, which might sound like a small thing, but again, it's just something that would bother me. I want to know whether it's the Nexus 6 indicator at the top here tells you whether it's the battery's full, the battery is not full. When it's red, it tells you if there's notifications, and you just don't get that on the Nexus 6. I don't know if the notification one works, but when you plug it in, it definitely does not have the battery indicator one on there. The S5 has a USB 3.0 charge option. I never used it because my chargers that I had previously were all just regular micro USB, but it's supposed to do faster charging and faster speeds if you're copying data from a computer or whatever. The Nexus 6 does not. It just has normal micro USB charging. Let's see, what else is there? Those were the things I noticed right off the bat. So let's take another look at the physical differences. Thickness-wise, the Nexus 6 is a lot thinner along the edge, but then it ends up getting thick. I'd say they're pretty close to exactly the same. I mean, just general holding it in your hand. You got the power button over here on the S5, and power and volume on the Nexus 6 kind of halfway down the phone. It's so big that that's where you want it. Overview between these two. The Nexus 6 is just too big for me. If you really want a gigantic phone, then it's the way to go, but that screen's just too big. With my hands, I cannot reach the top. If I'm holding it in my right hand, I can't reach that top left corner easily when I'm holding it with one hand. So it's just too big for me. I love the S5 size, but again, I'd suggest going into your carrier store. And I suggest Verizon. Thanks to Verizon for sending the Nexus 6 along to me. But go into whatever carrier you have and decide for yourself which one you prefer as far as size and all of those things I mentioned. And again, I didn't get real deep here, I realize. So if you're interested in specifications, you can compare those on your own. I just wanted to give a general, broad overview of my first impressions comparing the two devices. The S5 I've been used to and using on my own for a long time, and then the Nexus 6 I just got as a review unit. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Thank you.